Reality recap.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I know you have the reunion. Yes, we have 2 more episodes. And then we have the reunion, of course.
I look like the slay. I look like a mom. She was like, you the one that look like you got a high body count hair. I fell the fuck out, y'all.
Candace, has Deborah reached out to you to apologize after the episode aired showing Chris did not flirt with her?
She wouldn't dare. She would get eaten for breakfast.
Oh boy.
No, she's doubling down.
Why would you go meet with Ray J without talking to Princess or letting her know why? Like, she's trying to justify that she told her after the fact and that's supposed to make it.
What do you think of your ex-husband Jim coming out and saying you did not try to stop him from suing Shannon and Tamara?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, if his memory is a little foggy about what transpired back then, that's okay. However, he did admit that I had nothing to do with the
Reality recap. Reality recap.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap. I'm back again. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I must have kicked my camera out or something, but I am starting all over. We were a few minutes into my tea talk on this past Wednesday's episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Part 1 of the 3-part reunion has started. It was an epic beginning to an epic season. You guys know I love Salt Lake City so much. It is my top Housewives franchise. I cannot deny. And it did not disappoint. So we're going to go through my thoughts. We are streaming live right now across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can tell me your thoughts on the reunion, your thoughts on the season. I will definitely read your comments, answer any questions. And again, sorry about the technical difficulties. So we are back. Really quick before I get started, I wanted to say I love my new intro. I hope you guys do too. Shout out to Sam Sports for helping me put that together. That is my little baby, y'all. Y'all hear saying Reality Recap. That's my oldest, my 5-year-old. I appreciate her for doing that. I wanted to make sure I said that again since my last video got cut off. But let's get into the Salt Lake City reunion. What I was talking about before was, I don't know why Daddy Andy always is setting these intentions for the reunions now. That seems to be like the new thing. I don't know if that was a network idea to make it seem like they want things to end on a positive note or what. Not the case. And never do they get resolved for the things that they set intentions for, if you ask me. So it's a cute attempt, but it's not landing. It's not resolving anything. I'm not sure how he's expecting that to go, but I guess it's a good try. We were talking about Whitney. That's how we started. Whitney said she was wearing her Prism jewelry. I wasn't impressed by it. It was a little bit of a gaudy cross charm on a gold rope. It wasn't on any type of actual jewelry chain. I guess that's her design, but I wasn't impressed by it. And we started off the reunion with Andy asking Lisa, hey, did you get any proof by going the distance with your special investigator on whether or not you had any involvement in the Alibaba story that hit the blogs pertaining to Whitney's jewelry line? And I could tell right off the bat that she didn't have much or anything, because she didn't say yes or no. Yes, I was able to prove it. No, I wasn't able to prove it. She went right into, well, I was upset about it. I don't know what, I don't know why she brought me into it. I asked her for receipts or information so that it could be investigated. And she put it back on Whitney, saying Whitney didn't provide anything for her, like IP addresses or anything for her to be able to, investigate further to prove that she had no involvement in it. And Whitney said, I didn't need to provide you with anything. That's your friend. Them your friends, right? The podcast I talked to, you got his number. And she said, no, I don't. She said, well, Meredith is BFF. Why can't he talk to her? So no resolve there. We don't know. It's he say, she say at this point. I, was saying, I don't personally think that Lisa dropped that story. I think if Lisa dropped the story, like she said herself out her mouth, again, not saying Lisa's wouldn't drop a story like this. But she said that it would have been on page 6 or it would have been on New York Post if she was someone to drop this story. My thing there that I mentioned was I took a little offense to that, because they were saying that, well, Lisa, you bringing it to this platform, you knew that it would exacerbate the story, right? It was going to get it out to millions and millions of people versus your little, the little blog that dropped it, their 10K followers versus this platform. Don't discredit us, okay? I am part of that, small community, still growing, 14K on Instagram. Did reach 31K today on Facebook. Got 1,000 new followers over the weekend. I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all like, share, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and my platforms. I appreciate it. Little plug. But I was like, don't gotta try to discredit us, because most of the times, sometimes what be happening is that smaller pages get the news, we put it out there, and the bigger pages with more followers take that and make like, oh, it's some breaking news when we had it already up. So give us our credit, give us our flowers. I was confused, guys, by what Whitney was saying with her jewelry line. And I was saying before I got cut off before, you guys help me make sure that I'm understanding this correctly. She's saying that she does not get her jewelry from Alibaba, but it sounds like to me she get it from another vendor that's similar to Alibaba. No? Is that not what she was saying? She pretty much said that, the picture that was up on her website that was also on Alibaba was from her curated vendor, that they had it as a placeholder until she was able to do a photo shoot with the model and get the picture of the model up wearing the jewelry. So it may not have been Alibaba that you got it from, but you definitely got this from some type of vendor where you are paying less for it and selling it for more. It's not like Meredith Marks jewelry, where she's, in my opinion, getting the gold, getting the platinum, getting whatever, and having these pieces designed and made. You're just getting it from a vendor and you're reselling it. Whether it's from Alibaba or not, I think that was the bigger part of it. Forgot to put them up on the screen, but that's what you're doing. So what's the problem? You proved the point, right? Like, that's what you're doing. You're just getting the jewelry from a vendor and reselling it. I don't know. And I'm not impressed with it. But she said that that was her number one complaint, that she didn't have affordable jewelry for her consumers. And that's why she's working with this curated vendor. Am I understanding this correctly? Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. But that's what I get from it. You are doing this, just not maybe Alibaba. It's probably Shein. I don't know. But tomato, tomato. You are reselling jewelry from some type of vendor where you get it for cheap. Point blank. And isn't that commerce? That's how the world works. I don't know what the big deal is here. So either people gonna buy it from her, or they're gonna go to Alibaba and get it for less and wear the same jewelry and say it's Prism. One or the other. Also on this reunion, I was disappointed in the conversation with Bronwyn and Lisa. I love Lisa, but I just don't feel like Lisa was grasping the concept here. Bronwyn talked about being upset with comments that Lisa made on the Salt Lake City after show, where she talked about, she talked about Bronwyn's situation. We all know that Bronwyn had a child young while in college. She got pregnant, and coming from the Mormon community, it was frowned upon. She decided to keep the baby. She split from the child's father and never had a relationship with her child's father's family or him. It was like she went off, had the baby, and lived a whole separate life. Now, on this after show episode, Lisa made a comment like Bronwyn, or the child's father's family, thought that Bronwyn had a miscarriage. They had no idea that Bronwyn actually gave birth, and that they had a family member, a grandchild out there all these years. And Bronwyn, I don't know where Bronwyn got, because I didn't hear that, but Bronwyn was saying she felt like Lisa said that she faked a miscarriage. I didn't necessarily hear Lisa say that, but it was more so that, well, this is what they thought, and they were thrilled to know that they had a grandchild, a family member. They wanted to meet her. But at the same time, you have to understand, if Bronwyn is telling you, hey, you saying that hurt my feelings, hurt my daughter's feelings, I just wanted Lisa to stop, take accountability, apologize for it, and move on. It was like Lisa kept saying, like, well, I'm in a lose-lose situation. She was saying how, well, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. You know, you're trying to paint me out to be this bad person. I don't necessarily think that Brown was trying to paint her out to be a mean person, or think that Lisa maliciously said that. It was kind of like, not your place, shouldn't have said it. I didn't want that out there. You hurt my feelings by saying that. Just own it, you know? And Lisa starts crying, and it was just going over Lisa's head, in my opinion, really. Like, it was really going over Lisa's head, that she just needed to stop and take the accountability for what she had said on the after show. And then Lisa follow up with, because I do think Lisa had good intentions in trying to bridge their families. You know, it was more so like, oh my God, I know your daughter's father's family. I'm really close with them. They are excited to meet her. They want, like, she just was trying to bridge something that she probably should have stayed out of, right? I don't get involved in my friends and a boyfriend's business. Learn my lesson with that. I don't get involved with family squabbles. I just don't get involved with that. So I just felt like, you know, Lisa should have just took accountability and said, I overstepped my boundaries. I shouldn't have got involved. I should have just listened to you and left it at that. Well, even if you knew him or not, maybe you shouldn't even have brought that up, or just brought it up off camera and let her sort that out instead of talking about it, talking about the family. Bronwyn also took that as like Lisa was on their side a bit instead of being her friend. So just stay out of it, something like that. Hi, Anon. Thank you for checking in on YouTube. Anon, I hope I'm saying your name right, said, I don't know why Lisa was crying when she got involved with this issue. You can see Bronwyn was really hurt from that family. Yeah, you really could. That's what I was saying. Like, just stay out of it, right? Like, Lisa, she had good intentions, and it's like, yeah, you know everybody, you know the jury girl, you know her family, you know she's well connected and respected, if you want to say that. But some things, it's kind of like, let's just stay out of it and mind our business. So I agree with you there. What else did we get on this reunion on part one? Also, in part one of the reunion, what's Angie's beef with being a backup dancer, y'all? We saw Angie go back and forth with Meredith over whether or not she was a backup dancer, or a comment that Meredith said about she liked Angie better when she was a backup dancer in Jen Shaw's WAP video. And she took major offense to that. Like, I'm no backup dancer. We were girlfriends together doing a little TikTok dance. I'm nobody's backup dancer. She was taking it a bit left. When in actuality, I don't know if y'all saw the video, but she was a backup dancer. Her and Monica was backup dancers to to Jen Shaw. You know, it was a WAP video. She's in the back with a mop and a bucket, and Jen Shaw's doing a WAP, WAP, WAP. They dancing and stuff. You was a backup dancer. It's cool. I like Angie now. But when she first came on the scene, I did feel like you could see, which is nothing's wrong with that, but you could see, in my opinion, when Angie first came on the scene, she was going to do what she needed to do to get from bitch, woman, bitch to first chair next to Andy. You could see that. She came on with that intention to turn on Jen Shaw and become this breakout star. I like her now. I was a little annoyed with her. I'm tired of the Greek references. I think she runs that into the ground. The sunglasses, the flag, the always, oh, when they're in Mexico, we can make a Greek salad with that. Everything is Greek. Like, we get it. You're Greek. We get it. I've had enough of that, but she was a backup dancer in the video. I wish I could play it for you guys right now. I'm gonna try to look for it and see, can I play this video? I don't want to get flagged for copyright if they hear if they hear Cardi B's song. But if you have not seen it, just look it up, Jen Shaw's WAP video, and you'll see Monica and Angie K being background dancers, if you ask me. And I also said on YouTube, I think Meredith tried to throw shade as like you will always be a lapdog for someone. Yeah, definitely it was shady. I ain't gonna take that away. Meredith was being shady by calling her backup dancer or saying that she liked her back when she was a backup dancer. It was definitely a dig. She knew what she was doing when she said it. And I just felt like Angie took offense to it. Like it became a whole thing on the reunion when I was like, but you were. So I maybe a little clever backhanded comment back, and we could have moved on. But you're more so making it a thing on this reunion by continuing to talk about it, which just led to it recirculating all over Instagram, this video, my opinion. But I agree. Maddie knew exactly what she was doing when she said that. For real. She really, really did. We got into a little bit about Mary and, asked how her son was doing, which she said her son was doing good. I'm just concerned with now he did get on the internet recently and said something about the housewives. He was basically saying that they're all whores except for his mom. I was like, whoa. I don't know. Maybe he's watching the season and he got beef with how Mary was treated. I don't know. But I was like, whoa, where did that come from? Where did that come from? But he did get on the internet recently and say that. So I was just like, okay. That's his mother. He taking up for her. But he said all of them was whores. I was like, okay, that was like disrespectful if you ask me. Just saying. What else on this reunion? I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anything. Oh, Bronwyn and her jury. That was also a hot topic on part 1 of the reunion, where I'm still confused on that too, guys. I'm confused. Like, Andy asked Bronwyn, he made a comment like, well, I thought you were gonna wear that, $4 million diamond chain that you got to the reunion, since it was such a hot topic online. And she said, yeah, I should have worn it. That would have cleared up a lot of questions about, do I have the jury or not? Heather sitting over there acting like she's so oblivious. So why would there be questions on it? I wasn't there, so I don't know. You watched the season, Heather. You know damn well the questions of, did he really spend $4 million on that huge necklace? It reminded me of, if you guys watched the game, when Malik melted down his pimp cup to give that girl a chain, and it was so huge. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like a melted down pimp cup made into a necklace. It was huge and obnoxious. And she was just saying, you know what, in the climate, we decided I got the hoop earrings that you guys didn't see, and I got a smaller version of that necklace. Lisa jumps in, which again with Lisa, I think that this woman just miraculously out of the blue text Lisa to tell her that Bronwyn did not buy any jewelry. Absolutely not. Lisa reached out to that girl. You can't tell me no difference. That's what I think. Like, just a minute. Oh, I reached out to her. That would have just landed like real good. Just landed the plane that way. Oh yeah, I reached out. So Emma told me you ain't buy that shit. Here go the text message proof. But I said, that Emma done lost her job, girl. You out here texting and talking about what other people buying. I said, you done lost your whole job out here doing that, girl. Bye, Emma. Find something else to do, because I know you ain't working at this jewelry place no more. But Lisa's like, yeah, they said you didn't buy anything that even the smaller necklace, you looked at it or you had it, you returned it, and you did not purchase it. And Bronwyn made a statement like, well, I got to go back home then and post my receipts then. I guess I'm just going to have to post my receipts of it, just like you had to do. I'm going to have to do the same thing. But yet she got on Watch What Happens Live after the reunion and said that, oh no, I did not purchase anything with her. I will not be purchasing everything. So did you buy the big chain? Did you not? Did you buy the smaller version? Did you have it and rescind it back? It's not adding up. So I'm a bit confused there. I would just, bottom line, say you didn't buy anything. Emma was telling the truth. Emma probably done lost her job because Lisa threw her under the bus and put her text messages on blast on the reunion. And Andy read them out saying that she had some frustrations with Bronwyn, but it was like, what we doing here? Did you buy the chain or did you not? It's given Emma was telling the truth. But I don't know, girl. I don't know what jewelry store is going to hire you after you did that to a high-end client on a national TV show. I don't know, but Emma, I said to myself, you know that song? Soon as she said Emma text her and told her all Bronwyn business about them chains, that song came in my head. You about to lose your job. Hey, I said, girl, not the case. You should not have done that. I said, Emma for sure lost her job. Why would you text Lisa? Like, be professional. Yeah, and even Mary said it right. She was like, oh, I wouldn't do business with her if that's how she gonna do and tell my business and all of that. Yeah, like, you done in the jury business, sis. Like, it's over forever in the jury business, period. Who's gonna hire her in the jury department? I mean, she go to Zelle or somewhere, maybe like that, but a high-end jury store dealing with celebrities or reality TV stars, you done messed that up, Emma. So sorry to tell you. I hope it was worth it. Maybe you better come out with your own jury line. You better get your jury from Alibaba too, over there with Whitney, because it's over for you, child. I said, no. Why did Lisa do that shit? Why did she do that? I was cracking up. We also got to treat this part one, because normally, right, in my opinion, husbands don't normally come out on the reunion until like maybe end of second episode. They're there for the third part, but we got a treat where we got the husbands right out the gate. They're on the first part of the reunion. I thought that was great. The husbands came in because they played a huge part in this season as well, right? The beef between Whitney's husband and John Barlow. You know, those two, they had their beef. Seemed like Todd got some beef with Lisa, which, you know, John trying to have her back about. But then you had Meredith's husband, you know, the street saying he got a side chick in Ohio. That's why he always out there, because they saying the man barely got a job because they closing all the big lots. And, you know, he's supposed to be a big VP of big lots. And they closing all of them. So they saying that, you know, he's spending most of his time out there with a side chick, allegedly. That's what the streets is saying. So there's a lot happening with the husbands this season. So I was happy to see them so early on in the reunion. So we only got a small piece of talking to them, and you know, just Andy introducing them, talking, you know, how you do a little quick talk with each of them. But we get into Todd and Bronwyn's relationship and how the group thought that she was just with him for money, that, you know, some of the jokes that Bronwyn made seems like they're not the happiest of a couple. And he said, he kind of, you know, he put those rumors to bed, pretty much saying like, look, me and Bronwyn have a great time together. We're good, you know, regardless of the perception of the show or people sharing their opinions about me when they really don't know me. Me and Bronwyn have been together 10 years. We've been through a lot with each other and we love each other. We have a great time and we're good. And Bronwyn, she did say that, you know, some of her humor has a condescending tone or a snarky, you know, sarcastic humor where, you know, things that she say can be misconstrued. But we didn't misconstrue what you told us on the boat, honey, that Todd cheated on you and that he was with, you know, talking to somebody else and your daughter found. We didn't misconstrue that. We did not misconstrue the way that he talks to her on the season, almost in a controlling manner of, don't say that. Why would you say that? You need to just walk away. The disappointment that she felt by, you know, his feedback on the way she was handling some of the situations with the girl. We ain't misconstrue that. But if you happy, I'm happy. If you like it, I love it, honey. But, you know, they're trying to smooth things over. But you can tell that Ty has a strong personality, that he's, you know, wears the pants in the relationship. It's not giving 50-50 at all. And I said, I think her meaning of cheating is totally different, because I want to know what he really did. I agree. I think we're going to get into that in part 2 of the reunion. And, you know, I'll definitely give you guys a sneak peek of the episode on my Instagram and Facebook. But it sounds like to me, Anana, it was more of some type of texting over the phone relationship. Do I think Todd had the time to go lay up in another woman? I do not. The man is never home. He always traveling business, except for if this lady is in one of his business states or countries that he's traveling to frequently. But I think that it may have been more of an emotional or maybe even a little sexting relationship. I did not get the sense either that Todd actually slept with someone else. I didn't. So I guess we'll get into that and what the true meaning is and what really happened in part 2. But it was a treat to get the women's husbands out there in the first episode. We also saw Todd call Lisa out for, some of the things she said about their relationship or the things that Lisa said about Bronwyn's daughters or Bronwyn's baby daddy family. And right off the bat, that's where we kind of end off. Right off the bat, John Barlow jumps in and he's like, watch your tone, Todd. I don't know if he was expecting that, but Todd was like, no, I ain't watching nothing. You watch your tone. I said, oh, don't play with Todd. I told y'all don't play with Todd, okay? And I didn't think that Todd's tone was out of line. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't raising his voice. He wasn't calling out her name, but he was going to address it. Like, you talking about my family. This is my daughter. This is my wife. He was addressing it. Maybe Todd felt like, maybe John felt like he should address it with him. But I didn't feel like Todd's tone was out of line. I didn't. I wanted to hear what he had to say. But he let John know, like, John, I know you just jumping in front of the Mack truck for your woman. I love that about John, knowing he can't beat none of these men. He might can beat Todd, but, seeing him always stand up for her, he definitely has her back for sure. But I did not personally think that Todd's tone was out of line. I didn't. And I think it's more emotional relationship as well. Yeah. Yep, I agree with Todd and whoever this mystery side chick is. We'll get into that in part 2. But yeah, I'm excited to see the husbands there. It was a great part 1 to the reunion. I'm looking forward to part 2 and part 3. I think it's just going to get juicier and juicier. And by the way, I was on the floor when Lisa's Kerastase commercial came up. You guys know that that's part of the whole high body count hair, where Lisa told Brittany that, you just need a little Kerastase on your hair, girl. Make it a little smooth and shiny. Maybe she won't call it high body count hair. And not to mention, Brittany been online saying that Lisa stole that partnership from her. I don't listen. Brittany, some people don't like Brittany. I think that Brittany has, whether she comes back or not, I could care less. But I think that Brittany has really made the best out of being on this show and capitalizing that on her social medias and doing TikToks and dances and reenactments of what happened on the show. She's definitely set herself up for success from a social media standpoint. But if a company like Kerastase is going to choose between who they want to promote their brand, a Brittany or Lisa, I'm pretty sure they're going to go with Lisa. So I don't know why Brittany is saying that Lisa stole this partnership from her. I don't necessarily believe that. The woman has, like, she gets to the bag. That's what Lisa does when it comes to these partnerships. Like, she's the queen of Wendy's. She even plugged that in the Kerastase video where she said, crispy is for your french fries, not your hair. She didn't say Wendy's, but come on, it looked like a Wendy's fry. So Brittany is seemingly thinking that she stole it, but I fell out. The commercial looked like it was put together in 10 seconds to make sure that they had a commercial in time for this reunion to air. But I said, you can't be mad at Lisa. She gets to the bag, honey. Kerastase, Wendy, everything else, she gets to the bag, and you can't be mad at that. So sorry, Brittany. I don't think she stole this partnership. I think they went looking for her. She's the one that brought it up. It might have been your high body count hair that she was talking about, but she brought the Kerastase up. So how could she steal a partnership from you? I have no idea. But yeah, that is my thoughts on the first part of the season 5 reunion of Salt Lake City. I love these fucking women. I cannot say it enough. I love them so much. I really do. It's, for me right now, it's Salt Lake City. Then it's Beverly Hills. Then it's Potomac. And then it's Roni way, way down there at the bottom. So I ain't even really checking for Roni, to be honest with you. I don't know how we got here or why we're here with Roni, but here we are. But don't forget, guys, I will be back at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time going over the season finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville that aired last night. Thank you for checking in as I give you my unsolicited thoughts on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'll be sure to give you a sneak peek of part 2, and I will definitely be back to recap part 2. But look out for all of my recaps, guys. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, please do. If you don't catch these live podcast shows in its entirety, all of my episodes, all of my recaps are on my YouTube channel. So follow me on Instagram or Facebook or both for all the reality TV news and gossip. And for all my recaps, again, make sure you go to my YouTube channel. Link is in my bios if you're watching from Instagram or Facebook. Set your alerts and subscribe, like these videos. I appreciate all your support. Now, again, I will see you at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to recap Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, before I get out of here, as I always say, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. It is your girl V with Reality Recap, and I'll see you in a few on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Peace.